At 5:30 p.m. on October 25th, 2010, I left my office, getting into my car, put it into reverse with my foot on the brake, got distracted by something on the radio. When I was satisfied with the information on the radio, I forgot that the car was still in reverse, and I remembered I left something in my office. I opened the door, stepped out. The car was cold and went into fast idle in reverse, running me over and traveling 360 degrees out through my property onto the main street, back around again, and got caught in the fence, preventing me from being run over a second time. A young lady walking on the sidewalk witnessed the whole scene, and I instructed her to get my secretary out of the office immediately and call 911, which they did. Responded by fire first, then police, then the ambulance. And the car was still running in reverse, so I instructed the secretary to go out and shut the car off so that we don't have a further incident. My secretary was so nervous about the situation, she was getting confused. I couldn't shut the car off, put it in and out of gear, and finally gave up and walked all the way back to me rather than yell to me. And then I instructed her to go back and just put the emergency brake on. Leave it in gear if you have to, but put the emergency brake on to protect us. And she did so. But prior to her going to the car, when she came out, I asked her to look at my legs, because I heard bones breaking. And I asked her to look at me and asked her, do you see any blood in my legs or my ankle? And she said, no, your pants are cut open from your hip to your ankle, but there's no bleeding. I said, very good, I'm not going to die. Calm down and call the ambulance and go shut the car off. I'm only suffering pain. I'm not gonna get worse here, so calm down. Which they did. Now she's telling me that she can't shut the car off. Which she should have yelled from the street rather than losing more time. The car could have run us all over. And that's it. I survived, and I'm recording this at a later date.
How long have you been in the hospital?
I was in the hospital 7 days in the Mass General. Had a 7-inch plate put in my leg with 7 screws, and another 4 screws and bolts in my ankle that was shattered and dislocated. I also broke 5 ribs and developed pneumonia in the hospital. And 3 weeks after my surgery, I was running around. I didn't get held down by it. It wasn't a life-threatening situation. And through my perseverance and attitude, it has not altered my life except for a few weeks of misery. And I'm healthy and continuing with all my sports at age 70 years old. But it's a lesson to be learned for everybody. As a result of this incident, I spent 7 days in the hospital with surgery on my leg and ankle. It was only a momentary situation that the doctors corrected, and then it became my responsibility to move on from this incident, which I did. Within 3 weeks after I got out of the hospital, and I was surprised at how I could rise from this negative experience and be in a positive experience. Through therapy and some counseling, I am perfect, age 70, perfect. I just come back from snowmobiling, hunting, golf. I put this physical negative incident in the past, and it has only made me wiser as to pay attention to my behaviors from moment to moment. I must pay attention to what I'm doing to prevent further incidences like this. So it's a lesson for everybody to pay attention moment by moment. And in doing so, we can prevent negative things from happening if we remain totally conscious from moment to moment. I've been blessed with this philosophy and recovery, and hope it's a lesson to other people. Pay attention moment by moment and limit the negative in your life and create positive moments.
Be grateful.
Be careful. We have eyes, we have ears, we have a brain that connects them. Use all these faculties to be careful and think about every move we make, every movement. It's easier to spend the energy to behave and think properly than it is to try to correct the results of not paying attention moment by moment. And we must live in the moment for its enjoyment, its education. This allows us to have a wonderful future. If we behave presently properly, then we create a wonderful future.